Good morning, good morning, good morning. So what we're going to do today, we're going to be finishing up our episode 3, I believe, into the As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, right? And so what we want to do, we want to make sure we start with a good foundation when we're going into personal growth and personal development, right? Because no matter what you're doing, whether you're in a business or whether you're at a job or whether you are in school or whatever that is, it benefits us to learn how to think, how to control our thoughts, how to make sure that we understand where the thoughts come from, and to be disciplined enough to actually guard our ear gates, guard our eye gates, so that everything that we do speak will come from the overflow of what we have put in, the good things that we have put in. Okay, so that's what we'll be jumping into today. And if you want to log in, you can actually go to www.purposepursuer.com and you can see the other ones. And also you can see, if you're into the Facebook, you can actually see in the Facebook site, you can see the recordings and everything like that as well. And so what we want to do every morning that we want to dive in and to say, hey, what do we need to do today in order to make sure that what I am getting ready to reap, right? What have I put in today? Right, so that I can see what it is that I'm getting ready to reap. Because a lot of times people say, hey, certain things came out of nowhere, right? It didn't come out of nowhere. It just came out of oblivion. Okay, that just simply means we were unaware of the seeds that we were sowing. Okay, and then at the same time, if we are sowing seeds, then we also have to cultivate. Right, we have to have the right type of soil. We have to have the right type of tools to make sure that we don't have any weeds that are growing. And see, you have to think about that in the same fashion that you think about that in your mindset as well. So as you're going through your day, right, what are you looking at when you're scrolling down your Facebook, down Instagram, whatever it may be, whatever it is that you are looking at, how does it get inside of you? Okay, because you cannot let it get inside of you. Okay, so if you are watching something, it's going to impact you some kind of way. Okay, so what you got to do is start to discipline your disappointments. So what you have to do, you have to recognize the negatives that has to come your way, because as soon as you set your face to say, hey, I want to go forward, it's automatically, because the word was sown, that means that something has to go the opposite direction. You see what I'm saying? But it's how you continually do what? Think about what's happening and not judge it by what you see. Okay. So let's take a look at a couple of those things as we pull up As a Man Thinketh, and so we can see how that works. Now, as you say, if I didn't say, my name is Michael Holmes, and I work with the Real University. It simply stands for Renewing Excellence and Advancing Leadership. And what we want to do is actually give you a platform of a thought, a platform so that you can know where you're headed, right? So the biggest thing is when you're plugging into different things and you're trying to achieve some type of goal, some type of wealth, maybe it's health, whatever that is. The problem comes in between when the contrast comes. Okay. And so how do you stay when the contrast is coming towards you, right? How do you stand? Right. So you stand by consistently planting the type of seeds that you need. So think about it like this, right? Your mind is the soil. And then the things that come across you, right? Those are the winds, right? Those are the birds. Those are the rain, okay? Whatever that is that's coming your way to actually disturb the seed in the soil. What you have to do is consistently plant so that now you have trees, that are surrounding it, and you can consistently plant more seeds and you have shelter. Right. So it's hard in the beginning because you're planting just your 1 seed, your 2 seeds, your 3 seeds. So that's why it's so difficult in the beginning to get you some momentum going. Right. So when you get the momentum going, then there's a better results that you have. But you have to go through the initial 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, whatever that time frame is for you to actually change the way that you think about things. Because the only thing that you are receiving is how you think. The outside world is a reflection of what we think. Okay, because if you are consistently thinking about a certain thing, then that certain thing is going to be attracted into your life. So you're trying to attract wealth into your life, but if you're consistently thinking about you not having money while you're going to get money, then you're only going to consistently receive not having money. Okay, because what's happening is everything has its two sides, right? So if you say, you know, I want to make money, that's also saying that I don't have enough, right? So what you have to do is you have to consistently be in the first person. You have to consistently say, I have already this amount, right? You have to be in the present, right? I have $20,000 a month coming in. I have $10,000 a month coming in, okay? So let me show you how that works, right? So as it reads, indigence and indulgence are the two extremes of wretchedness. They are both equally unnatural and the result of mental disorder, right? Just think about it. When you come into a home and that home has got the furniture and the love seat is here, and then the recliner is right in front of it, and then you know everything is all out of place, right? Then the table is over here in the kitchen table's in the bedroom, right? You see there's disorder that's going on in the house. So what you have to do in here is actually get the order inside your mind, right? You have to position the words inside of your mind becomes the bulwark, becomes the defense for you. Okay, so the indigence just simply means not having or poor. Indulgence means you're doing too much, right? So now a man only begins to be a man when he ceases to whine and revile. He commences to search for the hidden justice which regulates his life. Okay, and as he adapts his mind to the regulating factor, he ceases to accuse others as the cause of his condition, and he builds himself up in strong and noble thoughts, ceases to kick against the circumstances, but begins to use them as aids to his more rapid progress and as a means of discovering the hidden powers and possibilities within himself. You see, the biggest thing is disciplining yourself to be able to get that right word within you, okay? Because the thing is as we get out and graduate through school, okay, we are a force as we feel to go through school to learn, and we're not catered to according to how we learn. Okay, so we get out of school thinking that we are a certain type of person. We learn this type of way, where I am just this way. And see, that's making a decision upon a 17 or 18 years. And at that point in time, if there's no more new information introduced, then we have the same 17 or 18-year-old mindset as a 40-year-old, as a 50-year-old. But it's also wrapped up with trauma as well as the wrong mindset. So now we are saying that, hey, my experiences are truth. And that's not always the case. Your experiences is what happened to you. Yes, that was a fact. Okay, but the truth is you are fearfully and wonderfully made. The truth is, if you were to apply your faith into a certain area, then you're going to come out of that area. Okay, so that's the truth. The truth makes you free, right? The trauma has got you in jail, right? So what you have to do is consistently exchange. That's what the sacrifice is supposed to be. The sacrifice is just an exchange. You are to exchange the beauty, right, for ashes, the trauma that you have for the beauty of the reality of how life really is. Okay, not how the world is, but how life really is. Okay, so let's look at it, because this is based upon a law, right? Law, not confusion, is the dominating principle in the universe. God has set a certain way for things to operate. For the rest of the time, there's going to be seed, time, and harvest, right? It's going to be seed, plant, time for it to do what it needs to do, and then harvest. It's not seed and then grab the seed, okay? It's not harvest time yet, okay? So you got to know where you are. Where are you in the law of this thing, okay? So law, not confusion, is the dominating principle. Okay. And so if we will go down a couple, one paragraph here, the proof of this truth is in every person, and it therefore admits of easy investigation by systematic introspection. That just simply means that taking day to day to look inside of you to see, okay, hey, these results that I have today have come from how I used to think. Okay. And see, when we get to that level of understanding that, hey, where I am right now is only because of how I've been thinking. Okay. No matter where you are. Okay. Even if there is a individual, person, place, or thing that is the cause. Okay. Right. But it's only the cause. That thing was welcomed into your life because of how you were thinking previously. Right. So what I want you to do is to consistently, day to day, have a day to day operating method. Right. How do you operate? Are you only consistently working, coming home, taking care of the children, taking care of the spouse, and then going to bed, maybe watching a little TV, and then having a vacation here or there? Okay, is that the life that we want to settle for? Right? And if that's the case, then that's so be it. That's all right. But the thing is, if not, if you're looking to change, then this is how things change. Things change by simply saying, hey, I am going to be the change that I want to see in this world, by first of all stating that it's not somebody else's problem. It is how I'm consistently thinking about this particular challenge. Okay. Not saying that there is not a way to, let's say, for instance, if there is a challenge in front of you. Okay. The biggest challenge that you can do and understand, no matter what's in front of you, is that you cannot see it correctly unless you have the right mindset about that particular thing. Okay. And see, what I mean by that is this: if you are going through life and you feel like, hey, I am short on income, right? I'm short on cash flow, right? I don't have enough money. Okay. See, that's something that you see in real time, and you're consistently, you see it every time that you go to pay a bill. You see it every time that you go to take care of, something for the children. You see it every time you want to go do something nice for your significant other. Okay, so it's registering right then. So at that time when you are noticing you're not having enough money until your seed has time to bring a harvest, you also have to combat that what you see. So what that means is this: when you are noticing that you don't have enough money as you're paying bills, you have to speak in your mind, I am creating an extra $5,000 a month easily and often. Okay. So you are combating what you are experiencing with the truth. Okay. Just because it's a fact does not mean that it's the truth. Right. So that's what you have to do. And so that's why, we speak so positively about speaking positively. My mentors like, keep it positive, right? Then you have do the most, right? And so all of these things is wrapped up. And it's not that we don't know. It's that we have set ourselves to say, hey, it doesn't work because we are introduced to microwave and not the crock pot. Right. We are, the philosophy, the society is, hey, do this and get it now. Right. Be found overnight, success overnight. Right. But it's not enough of the background for showing what is happening. How is that person going through the individual things that they have to go through? What has been their mindset to make them into that healthy person, that wealthy person? If you talk to anybody that has achieved anything in life, they're going to let you know that they had to set aside their time and discipline themselves in order to get the flesh, or the mindset, the old mindset out of the way. Okay. Until that happens, you're not going to do your meal separations. You're not going to budget your dollars, right? You're not going to go after that next promotion. You're not going to go after that next certificate, right? You're not going to do those things as often as you want to and as much as you really, really, really desire it, right? What's going to happen is you have to start with a perfect foundation. The perfect foundation is up to you. And I say perfect because you are the one that controls the weeds that gets around your seed. So you're the one controls how your ground is developing, right? So when you understand those purposes and those proclivities, what you're naturally attracted to, you have to start to analyze that. You have to start to say, hey, why am I attracted to this, right? Why is this pulling on me? Why is it that I am not making the disciplined decisions necessary to budget my dollars? Why is it necessary? Why is it that I am not eating less and working out more? Okay. If you want to be rich, healthy, wealthy, whatever it is, right? If you want to hide something from the ignorant, they say put it in a book. Okay. So that's why we're going through As a Man Thinketh. They have volumes and volumes of books of how, you can be better, do better. And see, until you get that in there, we are in the generation of social media. So what we think of is, hey, let me follow someone. And if I follow that individual, then they can show me what they did, right? But no, that does not stick. Okay. That's only something that's on topical. Okay. What you need to do is have to have inspiration, which means that the word that you're planting in you from reading good books, from listening to a good audio, that word has to give time to germinate, to become who you are. And you have to cultivate that by disciplining your disappointments. Okay. You have to say, hey, this did happen, but it's okay because I choose to call it this right here. Right. So when you want to, you can pull up James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, and you can get a free PDF in your Google and you can see how that works and how it works for you. And take the time to get yourself in a good position. Take the time and do what's necessary for you to get to that next level. Right. It's not that you have to covet where somebody else is or where somebody else is going. The only thing you have to do is disconnect yourself from what's causing you not to do the necessary steps. Okay. So once again, James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, reach out if you need, we do these all the time. We have a focus on personal growth, personal development, and personal financial success. Okay. So my name is Michael Holmes. And as always, we are purpose pursuers. So the easiest thing for you to do is to stay inside your comfort zone. So what we want you to do is pursue your purpose, because inside your comfort zone lies no good thing. All right. Talk to you soon. Peace.
I'm super excited about my econ because of the freedom, the flexibility that it allowed for me and my family to have. Before my econ, I was in the military and we had more month than we had money. After applying the strategies and using the system, we've been able to cash flow up to $700,000. I have retired without having to get a retirement job, and my wife is on the same path to retire within the next 2 years, so we could just live our life on purpose and with our kids. That's why I'm excited about my econ.